are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Amp2.tv presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on amp2.tv. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to Tell Us Your Biz. We're doing Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. My partner with the hat, the man in the black hat, is on the other side of this screen writing production, Mr. Federico, Lord Frederick,
Sir
I shall say.
Federico. Sir Frederick. Not
Sir Frederick,
Sir
Lord Frederick.
You know, you either got to get this right or don't do it. I'm not
Shall
a
I
lord.
knight you?
I've been knighted.
You've been knighted.
Yeah, I bought a couple of acres of land in the Bronx.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 8th. I cannot even believe we're out of January into February. Everyone's on a redo from January, so heck, it's already the 8th, so we're already starting again and again and again.
But we got a good friend, Reba. We're going to start over again. Whole new world order.
New world order.
It's time to change, expand, and get bigger.
I am really excited. Give us a call live at WWNN 888-565-1470. We got a great board op working with us tonight. We got to keep her awake. We do not have enough coffee for me and Freddie, so let's keep Janice awake. Give her a call. Say hey. Let us know how you are talking about your biz, what you're doing for advertising, what you're doing to amplify your impact. And even though we're in radio, TV production, we are actually amplifying our impact and going with some print media coming up. So that's pretty exciting. A different venue for us. So for everyone who says, oh, you have it all in-house, we do and we don't. We do like what we do, but then we have to outsource to those experts in print to level up everything we do. So we've got our good friend Reba Larney joining us. Larney joining us, and she is here representing. I'm going to let you tell everyone who you're representing, but for us, it's looking like Boca Magazine and Delray Magazine. These are amazing. So, Reba, welcome. Thank you for joining us live on WNN. Get this number down because you are all going to want to call Reba, 888-565-1470. Write it down. As Freddie would say, get your pad and paper out because it is time to amplify your business in 2022.
That's right, because you got to step forward, not step back.
No cha-cha for you.
And no, because a lot of people think that they don't do more advertising because times are tough. And you're trying to save your first nickel. You can't do that. You got to spend it, and then you got to find it to double up on it. So if you really believe in your business, you gotta invest. You gotta invest in yourself. You ever notice people don't do that?
Well, I got to tell you, we've known Reba for a long time, and you talk about customer service. Everything that we have known Reba throughout, from our other studio where she had food and she was always gracious and bring great things to the set, to now your customer service and everything, Reba, that you've ever done, and your kindness always shows.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
high class. Always a classy lady.
Always.
Thank you so much. I do work hard to keep my clients happy, my friends happy, my family happy. You know, I get a lot of joy out of that.
You know what they say, and Reba's the perfect example, at least for women. We may not talk to our friends all the time, especially now everyone's busy working, and we just went through what we went through. But when you call certain friends, you know they're always right there. And you were definitely one of those people. It had been, as they say, a minute since we last spoke. And I reached out, and you're like, I'll be there in a couple days. And here you are.
Beginning of the pandemic.
And here you are.
Got to make yourself available out there. You got to put yourself out there.
It's
and
not
put
easy.
your advertising out there and put your business out there. You know, a lot of people believe they're just going to open their doors and then the people are going to fly in. Every now and then that happens, but most of the time that's not how it works.
Reba, turn that microphone towards you a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Right
How's
there.
that?
Perfect.
Am I looking at the camera?
You look wherever you want. You can look at the
Okay.
bus, whatever you want.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Now, let's talk about what you're working with now. Boca Magazine, Delray Magazine, and then you've got some other ones.
Yeah. So, Boca Magazine.
Which has been around for over 40 years, right?
Beautiful, yeah.
Delray Magazine. Worth Avenue Magazine.
Oh, I didn't know you did Worth.
Yes, we do.
We have a new one.
1926, the magazine for the Boca Raton,
that the new name
formerly
of the
the Boca
hotel?
Resort and Beach Club. Correct. It's called the Boca Raton now. Very
Beautiful.
confusing. But
So you put a
beautiful.
magazine together for them?
Yes. Yes.
Did you know
and
this?
and we're it used to be called Meisner's Dream, and it was one time a year, and now it's 1926, which was the year they opened, and it's 3 times a year, and it's definitely dedicated to the members and the guests, and there's a lot of information in here about events and things like that. But we produce this magazine for them, and we're the only Boca magazine is the only other magazine that can be at the resort, so that's also kind of fabulous. And then we do
Oh, another one.
the Boca Chamber annual directory and magazine, which is actually a gorgeous magazine full of amazing information about the greater Boca Raton area and Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach merged with the Boca Chamber a few years ago. So we do all of these magazines. We also do some signature events. We founded the Savor the Avenue, where they shut down the street on Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, and the tables are put out by the restaurants, and they decorate, and they, charge
Yes.
for a special meal.
Yes.
We founded that, the Savor the Avenue, and it is now being run by the DDA in Delray Beach, and we do lend support as their media sponsor. We also go and volunteer at the event, but it's a wonderful event, and we do an event called Mixology, which is a craft spirit and food pairing event. We did this in 2021. We did it at the Delray Beach Market, which had just been open a few weeks. When we did that in May, it was amazing. Followed all the protocols for COVID, but we had about 350, 375 people there. And it was, the venue can hold 1,500 people. So that was a drop in the bucket.
You do a lot of great events, but for people who are looking to upscale their advertising and they think, I can't afford it, I can't afford advertising, my business doesn't have any money.
Absolutely.
What do you say?
You can afford it. I mean, we can make it affordable for you. We can lay out a program that works for you, and print works. I mean,
That's my next question. I can't even say does print work because the magazine has been in existence for many, many years. It must
Clive
work.
Daniel believes it works. They're on the back cover,
Right.
And that's a very well-known book. Karma believes it works. Karma Cars.
I saw that car the other day. It was crazy. Chelsea was in the car with me, and she said something about someone. She says, it's their karma. And I stopped. In front of me was a car that said karma.
Yes.
I had never even heard of a karma car before. Have
Isn't
you?
it beautiful? They're beautiful.
Is it its own company?
Yeah.
It's its own brand.
It's his own brand.
A beautiful car. It's got to be.
You can get them at XL Auto Group. Rosenberg Diamonds believes it works.
Well,
2
we've had
pages
him
worth,
on the show as
you
well.
know.
We had a lot of people on the show in that magazine.
And
Did you
then,
realize that?
even you've got all size ads, so there's something for everyone. You can do a 1/3 page, you can do a half page, you can do a full page. You can, I recommend that people do at least 3 issues. We have
Otherwise
8
it's not
issues a
worth it.
year
It's
in
like what we
Boca.
say, 90 days, which is 3 months, 3 issues.
Yeah.
I
Get
like-
some ROI.
I like the
Visibility.
aspect that you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
I think that the ROI, you have to wait till the end of the year. Because if the right set of eyes sees the ad in December and you've paid for it all the way since December and it blows up your spectrum, then what are you going to tell me? Oh, and then I love it because people usually have an excuse. But if you want to put your business on the map, these are options. Your business will go in the best option. I mean, we did it with the Comcast commercial, which is still playing. Now, it's important that you understand the philosophy of your business.
Now, have you seen business change when you go out before this and during and after people's philosophies and, as Freddie would say, ideologies about advertising?
I think it's pretty constant. I mean, people are definitely, they have something in their mind about what works and what doesn't work, and they're probably only about 50% right. I mean, you have to do a combination of advertising, right? If you're going to do social media, that's great, but it's a flash in the pan type of advertising. Boom, boom, boom. What do we do? We're doing this, boom, boom, boom. You to a social media ad, and then you follow that up with something in print where people see it again and they're like, wait a minute, I saw that on social media. Now I can really gaze upon it here in print, and it goes in nicely together. Or, radio and the print. It's all supports each other. You should have a comprehensive marketing plan that's not one thing. Google ads. I only do Google ads. Well, why? Why do you only do Google ads? Well, that's what works for me. Well, if you had some print supporting your Google ads, you actually might do a little bit better. And people read our magazines. They read them cover to cover. They save them. They're so beautiful. The quality is outstanding. The ads are gorgeous. The information is there. And what makes our magazines really different, this is super important than from any other magazine, is all of our editorial content draws the reader in and keeps them in the magazine, keeps them engaged. We're writing about local people, local businesses, local events, local. We're not. A lot of magazines will buy stories from The Wire, about public figures or, movie stars and things like that. That's all fine and good, but most people, they want to know about the people in their town, in their city. They want to put a face with the name, with the business,
And what differentiates Boca from Delray, if we're talking about our local areas?
Oh, well, if
It's
you
not
live
only
in
the
Delray,
area,
if
but
you're in
it's-
Delray, you're like, oh, we're Delray. We're not Boca. If you live in Boca, oh, we're Boca. We're not Delray. There's a very different.
But the magazines themselves, one is subscription based, one is not.
Yes. One is Boca Magazine is subscription based 8 times a year. 75% of the magazines are being delivered to residents' mailboxes. The other 25% are going to the Boca Resort, the other hotels, the cultural centers, the Historical Society, the Art Museum. We sell the magazines also. All 3 airports, Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. We sell them in Publix. We sell them in Whole Foods.
Boca
We're
and
the only.
Delray?
Delray, no, Boca.
Boca,
And
okay.
Delray, this one's 42 years. This one's 11 years. So in Delray, we're still free distribution. But again, the hotels, the medical offices, the dental offices, all along the avenue, all along Linton Boulevard, all along Federal Highway. We're also mailing about 10% of our distribution in Delray to homes in East Delray. So they are landing in mailboxes. People love it. The goal is eventually to move towards a subscription model for Delray.
I
But
love the
Delray's
photo
a young
work.
one. Yeah,
I
it's
love the
just
photo
so-
work that's in here, the quality of the paper. This restaurant, and Freddie, you don't even like Asian food, but I bet even that you would want to try.
Who says I don't like Asian food?
He as of last, he always says, "What's your go-to?" My go-to is always Asian.
Because you eat the raw stuff.
True.
But I love the concept of how it puts your mind to work.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to work and you go with a Boca magazine or Delray magazine, you're thinking about growing. We have this big push where we're doing merchandise material now.
Scratch and sniff coffee ads.
So I would love it. Scratch your stuff, why not? But we're putting a comic strip for the cafe on a shirt.
Oh, wait
And we
till you
started
see
the
this.
listing today. Why? Because you always got to keep the niche. What I love about Boca magazine is that the front of it looks good, the magazine feels better, and it reminds me when I was a kid of the perfumes. I used to
You
smell
smell
them,
it, yeah.
and it just comes right back. And I end up reading the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And you go back.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, people who love print and magazines, they've loved the feel of the magazine. They want to touch. A lot of people are very tactical. They get tired of scrolling. They want to touch. They want to see the ink on the page. It's a very It activates multiple senses, not like when you're on your phone and you're
Correct.
seeing these ads. And how often do you really click on an ad that you see?
And you also
online?
have an online
Yes.
platform.
We have so many thousands and thousands of people that read the magazine online. There was a short period of time where people weren't accepting print because of the pandemic. So it really did push more and more people online. And so our magazines can be read online in full. We push out the magazines every Wednesday with the our weekly e-newsletter on Wednesdays called The Scoop. You can subscribe to it and get it in your mailbox.
It's free.
It's free. It's an e-newsletter, an
Okay.
e-newsletter, but you get really good, up-to-date, interesting news stories on the e-newsletter. We have, of course, banner ads on our website. We have sponsored social media posts. You can do a sponsored blog, which is digital. We have a lot of digital options. If someone says, I absolutely don't want to do print, but tell me about your digital, we have a lot of digital options too.
888-565-1470. Give us a call. Talk to Reba. I love the concept of being in a magazine. We've been asked to do magazines. We got one at the studio because we came out in one, and you sort of feel like a big deal. But this, to me, now I would love to have Reba in studio because I want to do this whole Boca magazine thing going.
Right.
Because if you're gonna do this, you might as well make it big.
Make
You
an
know,
announcement.
Yeah. And I told
Absolutely.
a client today, I said, this is your Super Bowl. I said, this is our quintessential season, our snowbird season. Even if our season extends itself, you're right in it now. So now is your time to push and go and don't hold back. If you're going to hold back, wait, but not now. Not when we're finally coming out of this thing, as you say. You go and you push and you give it all you got, and then you keep going a little bit more. You know that tricycle thing?
That's right.
You keep pedaling and you keep going. And I said, that's how that meeting went for 5 hours today.
But the
Because this is the
accomplishment was
time.
amazing.
This is the time to push and go. As you said, go and grow.
Yeah, right now, the window is open. Don't wait until it closes on you. And you're going to get a lot of company. There's going to be a lot of people they're going to see all of a sudden everybody's awake again.
Yeah.
This is-
now
We
is
have
the
Charlotte
time.
on the phone.
Oh, you got Charlotte on the phone.
Hey, Charlotte, how are you doing?
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
We are
Good
fantastic.
evening.
How are you?
I'm really fine, and I called to say hi.
Hi.
And I called to say from one gallon advertising to another, you have amazing publications.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just adore them. We love the quality, and it's all there. Thank you so much, Charlotte.
And I'm on the different end of the a similar end of the industry, but yours is more editorial, advertorial, very high end, and a lot of the local people as well. And I am Save, I am Direct Mail, and I am Clipper Magazine.
Absolutely. I mean, there's space for everybody. It all works. It all works. It all works together.
And what I love what you're saying is that how the online component is so important, because you and I both know, and Freddie and Dawn know as well, print drives people to your websites, and
does.
having it together is like peanut butter and jelly.
That's
Let's
so
put that
right.
together.
What's made a huge comeback is the QR codes, right? Because what did we have to do when we went to a restaurant during the pandemic? We had to use our
menus,
phone
right?
The table.
and camera on and the QR code. They had died kind of, and now they're
That's
back.
right.
People are using the QR codes, and you can direct someone anywhere with a QR code, which is so cool.
And you don't even have to download a QR reader for most
That's
of them.
right.
Right,
now
now
you
just
just
the
need a
phone.
camera.
Just a
Straight to
camera.
wherever
is
you
great.
needed to, right?
It's funny. In our ad, I want to put a QR code and see who snaps on it. And there's going to be a hint to a buried treasure. And let's see how many people. Let's see how many. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. It's going to be right there. And if they clip on it,
Freddie, I've missed you.
how are you, honey? I got to tell you, I'm excited. I think that Boca Magazine is brilliant. That they sent you was just a coincidence. I didn't even know you were with them. But I have always wanted to do a magazine ad since I was a little boy. This is like a giant bucket list going on right now.
Yay!
It's all good for you. Charlotte, we hope we see you soon.
You know what? I could definitely see my way clear. I got my year started in a very positive way.
Good.
So I will call you offline, and we'll make a date to
She's
sit and
married.
chat
She's getting
and
married.
and talk about the immediate and the future.
Awesome.
And I'm doing some business with Rochelle again.
Great. Fantastic.
Yes, so I'm very happy about that. And the evening at the movie theater kind of helped that. And I thank you for that. And I'll speak to you guys down the road. And thank you for such a I'll get the words out, for such beautiful publications.
Thank
that
you,
do put out
Charlotte.
there.
Thank you
And
so
from one
much.
person in the industry to another. God bless.
Thank
right?
you. God bless you.
God bless you, Charlotte. We will see you soon.
Charlotte was our number one fan since
Okay.
the very beginning.
I know.
All right, hon. I got to tell you, we're entering our 7th year.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you something. And it's not like I want to toot my own horn, but doing this 7 years, doing multiple shows in production, you gotta have something going on.
How many shows do you think we've done?
Oh my God, ton. I don't even want to do the math.
It's funny. We've got about
Oh,
9,300
only
check-ins,
imagine.
and not everyone checks in on
That's right.
Facebook.
That was just
That's
recent.
that's just recent, right?
Yeah.
9,300 check-ins.
Yeah. I have over.
Do you remember all their names?
Yes. How you doing? I have over 10,000 videos on YouTube from the shows that we have. The funny thing about this is that for me, growth comes in doing things like Boga Magazine. This is where it's all led to. Okay, so you have 7 years doing it, and it leads you to the next and the bigger. And, Jordana's been with us a couple of years.
3 years, yeah.
You got to go bigger. Don't be afraid to be bigger. If you are, then this came in for you.
I remember when Jordana started with you.
Wow.
I
Me
do.
too.
That's probably
I
about when
remember.
we met you. We may have
Yeah.
met you a little bit before that. You were one of the first people I met when we were at the other studio.
Yes.
There was an event, and you were there, and some other people were there with some
And
wine.
Jordana.
She was giving out cards and stuff. I went to eat at the place where she was at. It was a whole lot of fun, a whole different perspective.
But I love
Here's another
this leveling up business. We always talk about amplifying your impact, and us, just like every other business, we're looking for ways to level it. I told this client today, between radio, social media, her marketing person, ads, plus all the different venues, you got to layer your visibility and your
Layering.
exposure.
Diversifying,
Diversify,
just like in your
yep.
finances, layering all different sorts of marketing opportunities that come your way.
What is the best way for people to reach out to you?
You can reach me at Reba at Boca Mag, BOCAMAG, Reba, REBA, like the singer, Reba at bocamag.com. Reba at bocamag.com is probably the easiest way. If you Google Reba Delray Beach or Reba Boca Raton, you will probably come up with my phone number. So
You can always find us at the radio station.
And if you can't find her, you call us. We'll find her for you. Because
Awesome.
this is just another step in the right direction. New world order, baby. I'm
World
gonna tell
order.
you, you gotta get on the groove, or you're gonna get left behind.
And the beautiful thing is, unlike some other print magazines, you do not have to do a year contract.
no, you don't.
Which is nice.
I recommend at least 3 months, to get some traction. You want to have that visibility, and then you can go from there. Some people feel confident enough to do a year, but you certainly don't have to.
But it certainly doesn't limit you if you cannot.
You know what? Let's do what we did for Coffee News.
Okay.
If you take an ad out in Boca through Reba, you're gonna come to the cafe and we're gonna sit and chit chat.
Free interview?
Free interview.
All right, let's
on
do
the
it.
air, no
Awesome.
commitments, no
Thanks.
strings, and nothing. I just want to get the feel and get the juices flowing.
There's some
Awesome.
great advertisers in these magazines that I've really wanted to reach out to. But like everything else, you run out of time when you do. So this is a great kick in the tush. to get
Yeah,
us
I
doing
mean,
what we gotta do.
and your partnership with the magazine will bring a lot of new people your way as well.
It's all about credibility, leveling up, and amplifying your impact.
Making it bigger, better, and more bold. I think we got to get out of
You got to
here,
wrap
partner.
this up. All right.
Reba, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Reba, thank you so much. You can contact Reba at bocamag.com. Of course, you can always contact us at the Brooklyn Cafe Show or give us a call at 866-224-5422. Stay tuned, everyone. We've got Jordana Foster coming up. Ready, Set, Go Beyond show. Let's see what her word of the day is, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an AMP